Hello there. Welcome to our new video. In this lesson, you'll enhance your listening skills, boost your English speaking skills, and learn new vocabulary. We will have a three-part exercise. Part 1. Listening practice. Part 2. Question and answer practice. Part 3. Vocabulary review. Ready to improve your English skills? Let's get started. Part 1. Listening practice. Listen carefully to the following story. Anna was the head of the marketing department at a growing startup. Her team was small, but they were known for delivering excellent results. However, one issue kept coming up. Mark, one of her best team members, had a habit of taking long breaks and disappearing during work hours. Anna noticed it many times, but because Mark was so good at his job, she decided to turn a blind eye to it, hoping it wouldn't affect the team's productivity. At first, everything seemed fine, and Mark continued to perform well. But gradually, his extended breaks started to affect the rest of the team. They had to cover for him, and frustration grew among the group. One day, during a major project, Mark disappeared for nearly 2 hours, and the team missed an important deadline. This led to a serious problem with their client. Anna's boss asked her to explain what had gone wrong. Feeling embarrassed, Anna admitted that she had turned a blind eye to Mark's behavior. Her boss reminded her that ignoring small problems could lead to bigger ones. Realizing her mistake, Anna decided to address the situation directly with Mark. She talked to him about the issue, and Mark apologized, promising to improve. From that moment, Anna became more attentive and made sure to address any issues within her team, no matter how small they seemed. Part 2. Question and answer practice. Now let's go over the story again, and this time I'll ask questions along the way. Try to answer each question out loud in a complete sentence before I reveal the answer.
Anna was the head of the marketing department at a growing startup. Who was in charge of the marketing department? Anna was in charge of the marketing department. Where did Anna work? She worked at a growing startup. Mark, one of her best team members, had a habit of taking long breaks and disappearing during work hours. Who had a habit of taking long breaks? Mark had a habit of taking long breaks. Did Mark stay at his desk during work hours? No, he often disappeared during work hours. Anna noticed this but decided to turn a blind eye because Mark was very talented. Did Anna notice Mark's long breaks? Yes, she noticed Mark's long breaks. Did Anna address the issue right away? No, she decided to turn a blind eye to it. At first, everything seemed fine, but eventually, the team became frustrated because they had to cover for him. Was the team okay with Mark's behavior at first? Yes, at first, they didn't mind it. What happened later? They became frustrated because they had to cover for him. One day, Mark disappeared during a major project, and the team missed an important deadline. When did Mark disappear for a long time? He disappeared during a major project. Did the team meet the deadline? No, they missed the important deadline. Anna's boss asked her to explain the situation, and she admitted she had turned a blind eye to Mark's behavior. Who asked Anna to explain what happened? Her boss asked her to explain. What did Anna admit? She admitted she had turned a blind eye to Mark's behavior. Her boss reminded her that ignoring small problems could lead to bigger ones. What did Anna's boss remind her? He reminded her that small problems could lead to bigger ones if ignored. Anna spoke to Mark, who apologized and promised to improve his behavior. What did Mark do when Anna confronted him? He apologized and promised to improve.
Part 3. Vocabulary Review. Now, let's review some of the new vocabulary from the story.
Department. A part of a company or organization that deals with a specific area of work. Example: Anna was the head of the marketing department. Startup. A newly established business. Example: Anna worked at a growing startup with a small but talented team. Talent. A natural ability to do something well. Example: Mark was known for his talent in marketing. Disappear. To go somewhere and be difficult to find. Example: Mark would often disappear during working hours. Productivity. The effectiveness of productive effort, especially in work. Example: Anna worried about how Mark's long breaks might affect productivity. Frustration. The feeling of being upset or annoyed because something is not working as expected. Example: The team's frustration grew when they had to cover for Mark. Deadline. The latest time by which something must be completed. Example: The team missed an important deadline because of Mark's absence. Admit. To confess to something, especially when it is difficult or embarrassing. Example: Anna had to admit to her boss that she ignored the problem with Mark. Confront. To deal with a difficult situation directly. Example: Anna finally confronted Mark about his behavior. Apologize. To express regret for something wrong. Example: Mark apologized for his unprofessional behavior after Anna spoke to him. Responsibility. The state or fact of having a duty to deal with something. Example: It was Anna's responsibility to manage her team effectively. Issue. A problem or concern that needs to be dealt with. Example: Anna realized she should have addressed the issue sooner. Behavior. The way someone acts, especially in a particular situation. Example: Mark's behavior at work became a problem for the team. Improve. To make or become better. Example: Mark promised to improve his work habits after the talk with Anna. Slack. The work that one person doesn't do and has to be done by someone else. Example: The team had to pick up Mark's slack whenever he took long breaks.
Great job! You've completed all 3 parts of the lesson. Keep practicing, and your English skills will continue to improve.